welcome Suraj Rajak. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Janika. I think that was very heavy introduction after heavy launch. I think I'm audible, right? Yes? Okay. So, everyone, good morning. Oh, it's working. It's working. Everybody is with me only right here, right? It's afternoon only. Thank God. Because generally after lunch we feel asleep. Our physical presence is here, but mind is somewhere else, right? So that is old technique, but it's still being used, right? It's practical, so why not to use? Okay, welcome to the session, and very good afternoon to everyone of you in this room, and thank you for participating in this session. Okay, myself, Suraj. I have over 11 years of experience in case of telecom industry, but including 6 year plus in data privacy and cybersecurity. Okay, so talking about me, there are something that I want to highlight, but it's not the important thing that I want to convey here. Only thing that I want to explain is that I have been looking after the cybersecurity and data privacy from the governance level in an organization, and I'm responsible for implementing data privacy framework in the organization, including the cybersecurity framework, which includes different kind of policies, procedures, and guidelines that we need to implement in an organization. So I'm basically responsible for implementing those kind of scenario in the organization. Okay, so this is a little bit short introduction about myself. Okay, I am a trainer also. I have been providing awareness session on cybersecurity and privacy to different organizations also. Okay, so I'm going to play a video, but my request is please stick into this, don't fall asleep. Okay, I'll come back again. And my disclaimer, these are all whatever are available in online. This is not made by my end. My disclaimer is that you can find everything in the internet. So I have just taken it from there only. Okay, there are some which are easily available in the internet. You can find it there also.
Let me see that.
Okay, got something from there? It's like we are trying to protect or we are maintaining our privacy in every aspect of our life, right? We can see in the video that we are trying to protect ourselves, we are maintaining our privacy. In our life, we are protecting our privacy, then why not in data? So that is the thing we will be explaining in this session. Okay, so going to agenda, I'll be shortly covering about what are the data privacy terms, how we can be secure, what are the risks associated, and what might be our responsibility to protect our data. Okay, so moving forward, I think everybody of us has wallet on our pocket, right? And we have physical cash also there. Right? Physical cash is there, right? Every one of us is carrying physical cash. And physical cash is something that we want to put it in a very secure way, right? And every one of us think that our asset is our money, right? Now in this digital world, money is data. So data is money here. The more data any organization holds, the more rich that organization is. So in this digital world, everything is data. So data is money basically. We can see that from the picture itself, whatever is there, it's all money, and it's growing and growing, taking the base of data. Okay, so data is money. That's why I'm emphasizing here how and why we should protect our data. Okay, so moving forward, I'll just take you through data privacy. What is data privacy? You can go through the content there. I'll not be explaining one by one line, but only thing that I want to convey here is like data privacy means protecting our personal data from insecure use by an unauthorized person. Okay, so we have to make sure that whatever data we have, we protect it from our end, and then only rely on other person to use their data. It's our responsibility that we protect our data. We should not give this responsibility more on other organization blindly. We must know about the different kind of consequences, what happens when we provide data to any organization, how they are protecting it, why they are collecting it, how they are using it, whether they are retaining it properly or not, whether they are storing it in a secure way or not, after the data purpose is met, whether that is being disposed or not. So those kind of things also we need to consider to maintain our data privacy. Okay, so I hope you have gone through the definition. I'm not going it. Okay, so in Nepal also we have Data Privacy Act already imposed by government. Okay, we do have Data Privacy Act 2075-2018, which says us that any organization, be it in organization level or let's say an individual, we must be responsible towards protecting our personal data. We have the rights as a data subject, means whoever data is being used, we are the data subjects. Okay, so it's our responsibility as a data subjects to protect our information, and it's our responsibility to take control over our data. Okay, so there are different terms or different chapters in Data Privacy Act which says these all things. And for any organization or let's say any person, whoever wants to take the data or wants to collect data from us, they must take our consent. Okay, they cannot blindly use our data. There must be a consent, and our act also says that if you are collecting any data, then you must take consent from that particular individual. So we have to be sure, or we have to make sure now that whatever data I'm giving it my consent, and whatever data is being used, it is after my consent. So as per the act also, it's saying that if anybody is using your personal data without your consent, then there are the consequences, right? There is some imprisonment and 30,000 fine also from government level. That we can ask particular organization for that remuneration also. Okay, so that is why it's not that much into the world, because data privacy is not that much being practiced here in Nepal. But in case of foreign countries, other countries, GDPR, there are different other data privacy regulations which are taking place. Okay, so slowly in Nepal also we are having this kind of data privacy awareness. We can see different kind of data are being breached because of some security misuse, let's say. Okay, security misconfigurations. So because of that, we are having or we are experiencing a lot of breaches. You might have heard of few of the organizations whose data was leaked in Nepal also. One was related to ISP, I'll not name it, and one was related to food industry, right? Data breach was there, but its consequences are still not known. But few of the consequences was people were getting unnecessary messages, unnecessary promotions in the data that was leaked, okay, from the different email address, or let's say even the mobile number was also there. So they were getting unnecessary SMS also. Okay, so we have to make sure that we protect or we take one step forward towards our data. We must ensure how our data is being used. Okay, so 3 years imprisonment is there if any breaches are there from any organization and they are misusing your data without your consent, right? Okay, so now I was explaining about the personal data, right? So there might be a question like, what is personal? In data privacy term, it's called PII. It's personally identifiable information. That means every information which identifies an individual, that is personal data. Okay, so you can recognize me, I'm Suraj. You can recognize me by my name, by my mobile number, my email address, right? My physical address, my maybe citizenship, passport, biometric, medical history, those all things, whichever helps me to identify an individual is the personal data. Okay, an organization, whoever is collecting that personal data, should make sure that it is being securely handled. Okay, but many of the things that we might not know, and we are blindly providing our data. So in that instance, we must think twice how our data is being used, how it is being stored. Okay, we must be somehow curious. Different biometrics, passport, everything, whichever helps you to identify that particular person is personal data. And another category of data is sensitive personal data. Okay, sensitive personal data should be handled in more secure way compared to personal data, because they are more sensitive. Those may be our religion, our political affiliations, and our biometric things, our medical histories, even a criminal records. Those all fall under the sensitive personal data, and we must make sure that our personal data, sensitive personal data, are in proper hand. It's our responsibility, such that the consequences are not into us. Okay, so these are all the PII information. Now, if anybody asks you what about PII, I hope there is some clarity, right? Please let me know, okay, in between also, if you have anything, and if you feel like I might have missed something. Okay, so data, I was talking about the data cycle earlier also. Just a few minutes earlier, I said that how data flows, right? So it's like from the collection phase till the disposal phase, the data cycle is always there. So we have to know, we have to see how our data is being collected, right? If they are being collected, how they are being stored, whether that is being stored securely or not. Okay, if that data is being used in a different purpose, rather than the purpose why it is collected. If somebody is using that particular data beyond the purpose why it is collected, then there is again no consequences. Okay, it should not be used without, or let's say beyond the purpose it was collected originally for. Okay, and then transfer also, they might transfer your data from here to there. If they have notified, then it's fine. You have given your consent that your data is going to be transferred, then fine. If not, then you have to say why. You can say, we have the rights. Our Privacy Act had given us the right to know what our data is being used, how they are being collected, how they are being stored, and whether they are being stored securely or not, and whether after this purpose is met, whether the data is being disposed or not. So those all kind of rights is given to us by our Privacy Act also. Okay, in GDPR, it's that is a regulation, data protection regulation, that is widely used in European countries. Okay, that is one of the best or toughest one, let's say, the regulation for privacy. Okay, so for that reason, companies should be very careful in ensuring that whatever data they have collected, they are storing it very carefully, securely. They transfer it with your consent, and they are retaining those data till the time it is used. After its purpose is met, then they must make sure that those data are deleted securely, and nobody is going to retrieve that data later on once disposed. Most of the time we do formatting of laptop, saying that our all data will be removed from there, erased from there, right? Even few of the softwares can easily recover those data. So any data which can be restored easily is not disposed properly. That means we have to make sure that our data is disposed in a such a way that it is not retainable again. Okay, so we have to consider this data as our privacy, our personal data, and its cycle, how it is going, how it is being handled, how it is being taken care of. Okay, as we are protecting our money, in earlier video you just saw, everywhere we are just keeping the locks, right? We are making sure that our physical property is being safe. Now, data is also our property, and we must ensure that it's safe as well, and it's in safe hand, right? So moving forward, identity theft. Morning also in one of the session we have heard about a defect, if anybody was there from that session, right? So identity theft means using your personal information, in a wrong way without your consent. Okay? If anybody is misusing your data without your consent, then that is your identity theft. So we must make sure that we are not providing a way, or we are not giving our path for other people to do these kind of things. We heard about the ethics also in last one of the session in another hall, right? So if ethics was there, then this wouldn't have happened. But in case of digital world, it's very difficult to get the ethics, right? Everything is AI now, it's machine. There is no human emotions to that level. It might come, it is coming slowly, but not to up to that level. In that session, we also heard that everything is being done AI, but there should be some person who is looking after that progress, right? So that is the reason why I'm saying that we must make sure that our personal data is not misused. Okay, we don't fall into the trap of this deepfake. In earlier days, you can see this. One is original, another is deepfake, right? Everything seems same. Okay? In earlier days, people used to take the photographs, body of somebody, face of somebody. It used to be like that in still pictures, right? Now, in the videos also, it's there. Our identity is not safe. Okay? So, to be safe, it's the time that we limit our presence in the social media. Jati more the data we give, okay, more vulnerable we are. So I'm not saying that we should not be into the social media. We cannot live without social media nowadays, right? We can live without friends, we can eat without, we can stay without eating also, but we cannot live without social media, right? But what to do? It's there. At the same time, we have to make sure that we are protecting ourselves also. So limit your presence in the social media. Okay? So you can see that there are different other, some of the things that we can take care of, or we can put it in our daily lives. We should not be sharing. I'm covering from privacy aspect slowly to the security aspect. If you can notice that, it's our personal data which should be handled securely. So personal data, data privacy and cyber security goes hand in hand. Without cyber security, data privacy is not there. If your data is not secure, then gone case. Right? So we must ensure that the organization is taking well care of our personal data with all the security measures that should be in place. Okay? And please, we should not be sharing our password. We don't share, right? Even in our mobiles also, we don't share that. We have fingerprints, we have numbers, right? We have patterns, we don't share that. So why should we share data to the unauthorized person? Okay, we must make sure that we are not sharing our password, not sharing our one-time password, OTP, we call it OTP, one-time password, right? Whenever we get, we are doing any financial transaction, we get that OTP, right? We get OTP after putting all the details, all the credentials, then we get that OTP. So with that OTP, you should not be sharing that with others, okay? There might be a call, scam calls to you, like, I have sent you OTP in your mobile, can you give it back to me? It's accidentally or mistakenly sent in your mobile. So in that case, somebody might be asking you to provide that OTP. In no any instance, you should be sharing that with the unrelevant or unauthorized person. Okay, it's one-time password, it's for you, for your transaction, not for others. We should not be sharing that OTP. Everything in this digital world should be done very securely, very privately. Okay, so moving on. There are different risks related to data privacy. Just now, before also I have explained one of the scenario where data breach happened and many of the people are getting so many unrelevant, unwanted messages, right? So that might be the consequences if you provide your details unnecessary to unauthorized persons. Okay, so make sure that we don't share our personal details unnecessarily. Okay, all the personal details I just explained earlier, whatever identifies you as an individual, those are all your personal data. Be it your name, your phone number, your email address, anything. Okay, fine. So there are different kind of risks that are associated with the data privacy. Main thing is that it should not harm us. It should not be into the unauthorized person. Okay. Am I sounding something scary? Huh? I can say like everybody is just silent listening, and I think like I'm telling something very scary kind of things. Is it? Indeed, if that is the case of our personal data, we should be alert. It's our responsibility to protect our data, our identity. Okay? So there are different data breaches of different organizations. I'm not going into that. Now I just explained about the risks, right, related to data privacy. Now I'm somehow sharing how to be secure in this digital world. Okay? So whenever we are giving or keeping our password, all those passwords should be strong, right? You can see on the different website also they will be asking you to put the strong passwords. Now you might be wondering how to keep the strong password. So generally, in case of password, we don't put the dictionary words. Dictionary words are easy to hack or easy to crack. Okay, so always try to put something that is beyond the dictionary word. Like generally we used to put our name, date of birth, our spouse name, right? Those kind of information we used to put. Now, the thing that we need to consider is use all the letters, capital letter, small letter, wildcard characters, numbers, those kind of text will help you to put your strong password. One of the example is there also. Right now I am speaking, right? So I am speaking can itself be the password, but with the combination of different letters and wildcard characters. It can be like I am speaking is there, I is there, I may be capital, am A is there, A may be at the rate, am speaking is there, I can be exclamation, and then we can add some wildcard characters, dollars, anything, we can add the numbers also. So these kind of things are difficult to crack compared to our dictionary words. So we should have a habit of keeping this kind of password. It's just more the difficult password or strong password we keep, it's difficult to crack. So that is the thing that we need to consider while we are keeping password in this digital world. Okay, so try to, and whenever we go to any restaurants or anywhere, the first thing that we do is not ordering the food, do we? Nowadays what we do, scan is there, Wi-Fi is there, we go scan first, right? Put everything before eating, we post that in social media. Food is getting cold, but we don't care. We need to post it in social media, right? And we are doing those kind of things. Everything we are posting there. And whenever we are doing any kind of financial transaction, please do not use public Wi-Fi. Okay, if you have to do any transaction related to finances, then please turn on your data and do those financial transactions, because public Wi-Fi can easily be hacked. People can listen to the communication in the public Wi-Fi. You can search in the YouTube also, even a 12-year-old kid can crack that password from his own home Wi-Fi. That also of the reporter. That case is also there. So public Wi-Fi, please do not do any kind of financial transactions. Okay, that is easy to crack, but make sure that you can connect with your data and do whatever transaction you like to do. Okay, fine? And don't fall into trap of any phishing attempts. Phishing attempts means somebody might be telling you, you have won a lottery, you have won iPhones, right? And for that, to claim that, you need to pay some of the amount, tax-related amount to this account. Once you pay that, then we'll release that amount to you. Those kind of scams are also there, right? So we should make sure that we don't fall into the trap of those kind of phishing emails. Okay? And please remember, please do not overshare your experience in social medias. Okay, one example I like to share. Okay, if everything is okay, then I like to share one example. It's a real incident. Okay, we have the habit of posting everything what we do, what we are going to do, what we are doing, everything we are posting, right? One case happened. Okay, one of the person is too much, let's say, social media addict. Okay, so what he did was, he was going on a vacation. He was, I think, traveling to Malaysia, Singapore. Okay, in Malaysia and Singapore, and then I think, and India also after that, and coming back to Nepal. Okay, so what he did was, He posted it earlier in the social media. I am traveling from there, this date on these countries. Okay, and while that day came, he posted, okay, checked in TIA, moving to Malaysia. Everything is kept there. Okay. After that, what happened? He traveled, and everywhere that he go, he kept on posting. I'm in Malaysia. I'm in Singapore. Everything is typing. He is presenting there. He is displaying on the social media. Now, what happened is like that information was being looked into by somebody. Okay. That person broke into his house. He stayed in his house for a few days till he was traveling, cooked everything, packed every items of his in the home, because he is tracking, live tracking, right? Where he is going, when he is going to come back. Everything is there. So he broke into house, packed TV, all the boxes was already ready, packed in the TVs, all the utensils, gun case, all the cash. He also took that also. Okay. On the day he returned, he posted, I'm returning back. Wow, what a vacation. Okay. He was super excited. And when he came back into home, he could literally see only the dishes or only the utensil used by that thief. Nothing is there in the home. It's all case, all utensil, all his devices, all his cash, all his money, everything gone. Only thing is, he need to clean all the dishes. Okay? So please, this is the real scenario, okay, that we have seen. So please remember, limit your sharing in the social media platforms. Okay? Now, I'll take some few moments regarding this cyberbullying also. I can see most of us are young-blooded. Few might have been married. Most of you I think, are bachelor also. But then also, I like to tell this thing. You might be sharing this thing with your younger brothers or younger sisters also, right? In this digital world, there is too much of bullying. Okay, in physical world also, we used to say these things like, he is like this, he's like that, he's like this, he's like that. They keep on bothering, bullying, right? In digital world also, it is too much. Okay, we must educate our children or our youngers to know, to listen about this cyberbullying. We must, as a parent, as a guardian, we must listen to them. Listen to them. Listen to their problems. Then only we can solve it. Because most of the case, we are not giving that environment to our younger ones to share that. We are not giving that daring capability to our younger ones to share those kind of things. Even they are facing this bullying. Now it's high time that we as an elder should educate our younger ones to be safe from all these kind of bullyings. Okay? Bullying means, I think it's there also, I'll not explain it. Somebody is irritating you without your personal consent. Okay, in shortcut, I can say in that way. So we have to make sure that we care our younger ones and we make sure that they do not fall into trap of this cyberbullying. Okay, this is something that we are doing from our end, and it's our responsibility to pass it to our younger generations also. Okay. Now one more video. अब अल्छीबाट अलि उठिन्छ होला फेरि है. Last one maybe. Okay.
Oh, hi, can I help?
Can I have a hot chocolate?
What's the name?
Joelle.
What was the name?
Alex.
Alex. There you go, Johnny.
Cheers.
If you like our Facebook page, we give you a free hot drink and a free pastry.
We have a new line for Damien. We have a new line for Damien.
Hey, Carly, are you standing by?
Standing by. Hi there, can I help?
Yeah, just liked your Facebook page.
Okay, I'll search Facebook now.
I'm searching Google.
Have a phone number.
I've got his email address.
Okay, Carly, are you ready for information on Damien?
Yep, I am.
Mother's maiden name is he banks with
Carly, this is the girl coming in now with the blue scarf.
What's her name? Nicholas.
Nicholas. His date of birth, 7th of May. She lives at 38A.
Just be a couple of seconds.
2 children, age 4 and 6. Previous address. She's got the postcode.
Yeah, got it.
Thank you.
Damien, age 26 and a fitness instructor.
How do you know that?
Brody, who goes to UCL. Martin, who went to South Thames College. Assistant psychologist at Great Ormond Street.
How did you know?
That is... I don't really understand.
Oh, pardon?
You know I'm a Christian as well.
Oh, yeah, we know everything about you, Martin. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Anna from Russia.
we need to set our privacy settings in all the social media platforms that we are using. Unnecessary botherings, right? Everywhere, everything is being tracked. When you go to the coffee shop, every details is already there with them. So we are giving that details to them, not them, right? We are posting everything in social media. Limit those sharing. If you want to share, make your private groups and then share. And go to settings of your apps and set proper privacy settings. In every apps, there is settings where you can set your privacy. Okay? I hope now, whatever way you are sharing your data, you look into it and you might think why I am sharing this data, how they are going to use this data, right? Okay, I'm almost in the deadline of our timeline. So please make sure just before few minutes or hour, you were providing your personal data in some instance, right? Right? You have provided already, right? Then think how is that data is going to be used. I can get that data, I can get all the numbers from yours, and I can start pushing so many SMS and my product. I'm a businessman also, I'll be promoting my business to you. Okay, joke apart, but I'm saying just this key, we have to make sure that we protect our data. Hope this session has given some insight to you, apart from Agile, right? So thank you very much. And if you are looking for any answer or questions, if you have, then I'm available here. We can have a discussion also. Thank you so much for your time and effort.